Okay, welcome back. Here we go. It's the first fire of this winter. This winter being 2020, 2021. So what I'll do is I'll stick you right there. Maybe a little higher. Okay, so this here we use for keeping the moisture into the house. It didn't squeak, by the way. The guy fixed it. So, highly recommend some gloves when you do this. I don't need it now because it didn't light the fire. Now, not everybody lights the fire like I do. You light your fire any way you want to. As long as the fire gets lit is all that really matters. So, what I'm doing, I'm getting a base row of logs in there, or firewood. So I've made myself a little bit of a table. Here's a weird piece. And now I build up the sides. Here's a nice big piece. Open the draft completely. This looks like a big piece of beech nut. Alright. And for good measure, one more. And this one here is a nice piece of birch. And it's already got the stuff that's going to light on it. Sticking up like crazy. Alright. Okay. Then I take a bunch of kindling. So that I can get it nice and hot. And this kindling's been dried for 2 or 3 years already. And the last and final trick is newspaper donuts. Roll it up. Now don't do this with wet wood or unseasoned wood. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but if you want it to light the first time, okay, so I roll up about 5 or 6 of these. And my mother-in-law supplies us with newspapers because we don't read the newspaper here. I don't think, I might have had a subscription to a newspaper once, and I never read it. And here, all the newspapers are owned by the Irving family, so they only put in there what they want you to read. They like to keep their populace in the dark. So that's one more for good measure. Okay. And now light her up with a match. So, everything's ready. The draft is wide open. And if anything's going to go wrong, it'll go wrong right away. Now, I don't close the door all the way. I leave it cracked open. That increases the airflow into the fire. Now, if there's smoke starting to pour out of there, you have to go and open a door or a window up to get the pressure to equalize with outside, and the draft will cause this fire to go up the chimney, or the smoke go up the chimney. So now we sit and we'll wait. Now this is I believe, a Napoleon 1402 model, and I'll look it up again. And we got this for a real sweetheart deal. Some old feller, a lot older than me I would think, sold it so he could get a pellet stove because he didn't like lugging all the firewood. But regardless of what you get, you still got to lug it. And I don't know, I don't mind doing the firewood. That's better than me going to the store and filling up the back of the Jeep.
The first snow is now falling.
Right now?
Yes.
Oh, well, lucky day for you. Now you see how this is starting to light up? Now once that kindling gets lit up real good, I'll take another piece of firewood and stick it on top, and we're done. Just got to watch it during the day, and it won't take too long, and the fan will kick on, and we'll start pumping some heat into the house. Now we don't really need to burn as much as we do, because we have a geothermal, but to cut down a little bit on electricity, we use the fire to offset that a little bit. But being that our power bill is around $250 a month, that's not bad. Now I can't see nothing wrong with the way I just lit this fire. She's a rippin'. I've got several years worth of kindling out there. that cracking? It's lit. All right. Now it doesn't have that extra air coming into it, but I can see that the fire has worked its way down through the kindling. And it's always good to scan around to make sure you didn't forget something. There. And when you open up the door, don't go jerk it open, because that'll pull the smoke and everything out of the fireplace. And then you got to deal with that next. So it'll take another couple of minutes to let that piece that I just put in. And I'll have coals for, I don't know. I'll have lots of coals within the hour. There. I don't know if that's better or not. So today's job is I got to go up and we planted 10 trees yesterday, 5 black walnut and 5 butternut. So hopefully with the Pro Mix dirt or whatever it is there, the potting soil, that the little trees will take right off and they'll start to grow. I'm not sure how old the trees are, the oaks are, but they were a fair size when we bought the place in 2013. So it's going to take quite a while before those other trees are big enough to, well, we'll see what he does. Now we're going to think of a tree for along the driveway, maybe. Not sure what to do there yet, because I don't want the roots all within the driveway. And then of course there'll be a bazillion leaves. So I would think that that fire is well lit right now. And the key to it is stuffing that wood in there like I did. Kind of U-shaped. Up both walls and across the bottom. And pack it in as tight as you can get it. so that like I mean on the bottom, so it kind of is like a wood floor on inside the firebox. I can see that there's throwing quite a bit of heat out now. Now there's a draft controller on the bottom, and I usually set it around 2 to make sure that I've got enough air still going in there. To make sure that there's no smoke. And here she comes. So, there it is. I'll let it go for a few more minutes, the video, before I head outside. We've got to clean up the barbecue, put it away. We've got to clean out all the chairs and stuff like that up on top here, so that when winter does arrive, we don't have to try to dig everything out of the snow. And that deck will have a large amount of snow on it as well, so the more I can get off of there, the better. And I got to clean up where the trees were planted, so I don't have that mess to clean up later, and might as well do while it's nice and clean. It's supposed to rain today at 3 o'clock, so I don't know if I'm going to get into the woods or not. Mind you, if it's snowing, I can go. Last night it was -3. I don't know, let's see. I doubt very much that you can see the snow. Hang on. Can you see the snow coming down? And I gotta go and fill up the bird feeders today. I think I'd rather have a small amount of snow. I've got to pick up those bones there, the frisbee. And my son said he's going to come next weekend with his truck, and we can pull those trees down. But I might have them cut down before that. We'll see. So it's pretty freaking cold out there. Oops. So what do you think of that? Huh? That smoke is because it's heating it up. Newspapers don't make no difference to the window. Just frequent cleaning. More air means more fire. Now watch the difference. See the air coming now? Now watch. But you don't want to burn all your wood up real fast. Can you see the tops there? It's all burning, man. So there. 2 or 1. I don't care with a little bit of smoke going out the chimney. We rarely get a quarter of a cup of dirt coming out of this thing. Put you back here because I don't want to melt my camera. I'm not having a good day with cameras. And I keep a broom handy. Keep the mess cleaned up. That's that. Now we've cooked on here once, but it doesn't. The only place you can really cook is where those metal ducts are in the middle there. You can't cook off to the side because it doesn't get hot enough. But the stove I have in the garage, the Yodel, it's set up for burning. But in a pinch, I did boil water, but it took a long time to get the water hot enough. I'm just waiting for that fireplace to kick on here. It's hot. It's really warmed it up in this room, I'll tell you that much. Where do we get a thermometer? The temperature at the far end of the house is 66 degrees, or about 18 degrees Celsius, and it's rather cool. But in this end of the house, this is already up to 70. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I'll just let it sit here and see what we get. I know that once it gets hot enough, the fans are supposed to kick on, and it blows out the hot air out the top. So, Hopefully there's nothing wrong with the air blower. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Now sometimes I don't use that newspaper. I'll stick one of these things in here. They're fire starter. You can get them cheap. And you only need to break off one chunk. Right there. And that stuff, it burns like crazy. But you just light that once and that's it. And I got a stash of newspapers. Got too many newspapers actually. So there's quite a mass to heat up. I'm still waiting for the fan to kick on. Oh, that looks pretty neat. I'll let you know later when the fan kicks in. So thanks for coming. And I've got a bunch of other things to get done today. So I hope you enjoyed this edition of Sheepy Hollow and the first fire of 2021 winter. Bye-bye.